What's up, y'all? I just want to talk about a few things real quick before I head out this door. And some of it has to do with blog responses. Some of it just has to do with stuff I've seen around, and others just shit I just want to talk about. Um, let's start off with this Kalamazoo girl comment I made a few days ago. I made this comment that there were some girls at a club that I seen on a website, and I was like, you could tell they weren't Kalamazoo girls. And some Kalamazoo girls personally took offense to this statement that I made. Now, let me ask you a question, Kalamazoo girls. If somebody, male or female, moved from Brooklyn, New York to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and you met this person, and you're like, hey, what's your name? And he's like, or he's like, let's say he's like, my name is Joe. And he starts talking to you. You are going to be able to clearly distinguish and tell right away that this person is not from Kalamazoo. Right or wrong? You know what? I bet let's bring it even closer. Let's bring it closer in. If somebody came from Benton Harbor or Flint to Kalamazoo, I guarantee that you would know that that person isn't from around Kalamazoo. And just like if you took your tail to another place in the state, they would say, okay, she's from Kalamazoo or he's from Kalamazoo. So what's all this being butthurt about being a Kalamazoo girl? Like, if you took that in a negative connotation, then that's probably just you thinking negatively about yourself. It has nothing to do with what I was saying. I was just using it as a frame of reference. I had to talk about females. Let's move on to men living at home. Okay. So I made a statement about what kind of girl, self-respecting girl would like talk to a dude that lives at home. And you women was jumping on my back, like sticking up for dudes that live at home with their moms. And I guess maybe this is a new thing to do. Like, girls don't like independent men who are on their own, who are successful, and they have goals that they set, and they've either met those goals and they set a new set of goals and they're moving up to those. These girls are just content with dating a dude who works at the local foot action and stays at his mom's basement and probably still gets an allowance, and she does his laundry and she cooks for him. And who knows, maybe you like the fact that he can invite you over and his mom can cook for all y'all. Y'all can sit down and just chill and be one big happy family. I don't know what to call it, but it's amazing to me the amount of responses I got from women trying to defend men that stay at home. Like, oh, you don't know their situation and this and that. You know what? If their mom is dying of cancer and they had to move home, I agree. So be it. Do that. Or somehow disaster struck and a tornado took their house 5 counties away and they had no friends in the area. They had no relatives in the area other than their parents, and they had to move back home with mom. Okay, I'll give you that. But in my opinion, and it's just mine, no man should be living at home with his mom past the point that he's 18, unless he's still in high school and he's 18. But once he graduates, he needs to get the fuck out of the house. That's just what he should do. Now, that brings us on to girls sticking up for dudes. Let's talk about lovey-dovey talk on your Facebook updates. I don't understand why people use the status updates to broadcast their personal life. I can understand, putting a status update on what you're doing, what you're currently doing, what you're about to do, things like that. You know what? It's your Facebook. You can do whatever you want with it. But don't you think that you should keep something as beautiful and as grand and great as your private relationship? Shouldn't you keep that private? Like, unless you know me, and I've told you personally, you probably wouldn't know if I have a girlfriend or I don't have a girlfriend. I could be married. You don't know. I could have 4 kids, 5, maybe 1. Who knows? But I don't put my business out there for people to analyze and dissect like some of you guys do. And I'm just telling you, you're right, you can do it. But I say just stay away from that stuff, because you start putting yourself out there, people gonna want to know more and more. Like, how can it always be? So what happens when you guys get in a fight? Are you gonna put on your status update, yo, I feel like hitting this dude in the head with a frying pan? Oh, this this motherfucker, he did this and that, and he didn't come home last night. I want to hear the whole thing since you're putting it all out there. I want to hear the rest. Like, don't just give me a piece of it. I want to hear the rest. Well, what else? What else do I have to cover here? Let's talk about women respecting themselves and their value. Some people call it loving yourself. Some people call it self-worth, appreciating who you are, respecting your body, whatever it is. When you meet a man, this has to do a little bit with the jump off thing. The way that man treats you is a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. Okay? So if I meet you and you present yourself like a whore or a slut, I'm going to treat you exactly as such. And there should be no surprise. If all I'm trying to do with you is one thing, or I'm treating you a certain way, that is totally dependent on how you presented yourself to me. And you can look at, like, online at your own pictures. If you have pictures with your ass cheek hanging out or your titties showing and all these types of things, no wonder so many dudes is trying to get at you saying, ooh, what's your number? Or, ooh, who you with? Yada, yada, yada. I don't know, whatever guys say. Of course they're going to be saying that. If you presented yourself as somebody classy, they're going to come at you with a completely different approach. So you get what you ask for. You put yourself out there like that, you're going to get talked to and used like that. Now, where can I go from there? Let's talk about college sports. We're in the time of year right now where these college sports are really big. And I just had the stupidest thing said to me. And somebody told me that you could not be a passionate fan of a college team unless you attended that college. So you're an alumni, or either you currently attend that school. Yeah, think about that for a minute. Isn't that just the dumbest shit you ever heard in your life? College sports would be down the drain. Professional sports would be down the drain if there was some type of idiotic criteria that said that your opinion and your fandomness only counts if you used to play for the team, or you used to go to the school, or you're currently going to the school. I don't know. I really don't want to touch too much on that because the argument I heard was just so stupid that I can't even repeat it. So that's all I have for now. I'm sure that I can think of more later, but hey, that's what I got. Hey, Michelle, Marquita, and whoever else wanted to shout out, I get y'all next time. You're the only two I can remember right now. All right, so I got to go. I got to hit the store. I got to go buy some stuff before it closes real quick. So y'all be safe. Take care. Hit you on the backside.